This is Kulali and her owner Garth. Garth was a successful engineer who started building Kulali as his final life project. Unfortunately, Garth never got to see her finished. I've been lucky enough to take the challenge on of completing her build and one day to sail her around the world. Similar to Garth, I'm a passionate engineer who loves to know how things work and how to build things. Join me on this journey to bring Garth's dream to life. This is Sailing Kulali. Welcome back to another episode of Sailing Kulali. Today we're working on the propeller mechanism for Kulali. And so what we have is, this is the cross section of the propeller, which is this. Then you have a shaft that runs straight through, and the shaft connects into there and adjusts the propeller angle. So the propeller of Kulali can actually flutter, and that is so you can optimize the amount of load on the engine. So this is the part that has just been cast about 10 years ago, I think, and it needs to be machined down to fit into the housing of the propeller itself inside there. So today's job's just to draw up what needs to be machined and then maybe start machining it.
I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control.
This is Des. He's a fellow sailor, much more experienced than me, so he's going to help out.
And that needs to rotate down. That's it.
We're going to turn it on. This is the first cut of the casting that came with Kulali. This casting costs something like $1,300. So let's not fuck this up.
Not losing stuff, there's so much benefit.
Well, that's it, yeah. And they don't make this anymore. Okay, ready? I'm just going to turn this on. Stand back. I love seeing the, if you look at this side, it's very even polish that you get out of it. So a little bit of pressure, lock it off. So that face there. And we want to face this off as well, right? Because that's going to butt up to the, flange of the boat. So I'm going to take this, hold on. Alright, so what we're making today is this mount here, which is going to go into this flange here, and we're just confirming that the right dimensions of 45mm for this here is correct, which it is. I'm going to confirm it. It's 45mm.
Yes.
Okay, so the thing will go in here. So that's the first machining pass we're going to do. We're on 350, and this is the first pass of the casting that came on Kulali. Let's not stuff this up. We'll stop on 0. Back in. We'll go in. We're going 0.5 millimeter. And the cross feed's not on, sorry. The power feed's not on. Power feed on. Okay, on. Let's go. The focus on this camera is sometimes a bit funny on mechanical stuff.
So that may have actually not focused very well on what.
It's Des lading for the first time. Is this the first time in your life on a metal lathe? Oh, cool.
Millimeter is micron.
Oh yeah, yeah, true.
You can hear it loading. Should I spray some stuff on this?
Right.
What's it looking like? Closer.
Looking good. So you can see that we're getting more and more flush. The mating surface of that. Nice. While Des is working on that, I'm going to take this filter out, the oil filter, out of this, because that's what we're waiting on. Oil filter, fuel filter. This oil's really black.
Okay, so I'll loosen this off for the two faces. I'll choose 2 and 3. Break off. She comes. There she comes. And she's reasonably heavy.
Serious part, isn't it?
Yeah. Right.
Nice.
Yeah, it's looking better.
Alright, so this is flipped over now. We're going to face off this, put a dead center in if we need it, clean these up, face this off, not necessary, but probably will, and then that's it. Alright, so an update of where we are with this. I've machined this component here, the 22 mil gap between here and here, which is this part between here and here. This is backwards. This part between here and here, this part between here and here, and also the diameter. And that is to accept these thrust bearings, which are made out of plastic. And so, technically, this can now go on here like this and accept a bearing on either side of there. So that's the right distance now. So all I need to do now is face off this side of the bearing down to 6 millimeters on this flange, and also this front bit to accept into here, and then we're pretty much done. Just to clarify that a little bit more, so you have this like that, and what I've done is machine this shaft down to 40, right, and that accepts the thrust bearings, which are 40. Let me show you that. Here's the thrust bearing broken in half, and that accepts that thrust bearing. Yep, cool. So that's your thrust bearings. It's a weird design. So that accepts that. And so now I need to machine this front section to accept that thrust bearing. So that needs to go down to 40 as well. That's 40 there. That'll go down to 40. And then most likely I need to machine off that thickness there and that thickness there down to 6 mil there and all the other dimensions. So let's go, and bang. Nice. That's one thrust bearing on. Alright, now that that's been machined down to accept that thrust bearing, all I need to do now is machine this flange, this little flange here, down to 6 millimeters. Just let me go and measure this. Ooh. So that's currently 8 millimeters. I need to take 2 more millimeters off. Sorry, I need to take 1.5 millimeters off to get it to 6.5, and that's the final thickness the drawing says. Alright, that's 6.3 mil. It needs to be 6.5, which is good. So it's got 0.2 clearance. Now I just need to make sure that this fits into the old mate, and then we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. I'm just going to take away a little bit here. Alright, this is where manufacturing gets exciting, when things start fitting. So that goes on like that. That is a good fit. So I need to take a bit more off there. But you can see it fits. There's not much play. Beautiful. Alright, now that that can actually take the part in and out, whatever, that doesn't make sense. But I'm going to trim the diameters now so that the whole housing can fit on. So that's this bit. Cool. Alright, so we've done it. The housing fits into the propeller housing. Lots of housings. A little bit more cleanup needs to be done before this is perfect, but it's really good that everything sort of aligns and looks like it'll run pretty well. This here is called the Labyrinth. There'll be a grease line that runs from inside the boat into this labyrinth and feeds this sort of collective pitch mechanism. Apart from that, it looks pretty good. I'm going to make sure I take a mold of these bearings, because these thrust bearings, because they look like they'll wear down pretty quickly. They're just made out of rubber or plastic or nylon. Next time I'll just have to clean up the surfaces a bit more, make sure these run smoothly, and then we can drill these holes here and then mount it into the boat. And and the last thing is obviously bore a shaft hole for the drive shaft, propeller shaft. Thanks so much for watching again. Today was really good because Des came in and helped out. It was really nice to get some help on the boat. He's super knowledgeable because he's a fellow sailor as well. So thank you, Des. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much. See you next time.